Greg Sporting Wood says, is Tua missing out on chemistry with no Parker, Fuller, Wilson present in practice? Does that even matter? Greg Wood, it's an interesting question that you pose because the Dolphins have so many receivers that are injured. Does it hurt Tua? And normally I would tell you that, yeah, it's going to hurt. It is going to hurt, but it's only going to hurt Tua a little bit. Just a little bit. It would hurt Ryan Tannehill a ton. It would hurt Ray Lucas a ton. It would hurt most average to below average quarterbacks a ton because they're not great passers. This kid's a great passer. This kid, remember, look, I've used this analogy many times over. When we're all kids, right, and we all go to the park, and there's 6 of us, or 8 of us, or 10 of us, or man, if it's a really big group, it gets to 12 or 14 people, and let's say you're playing 3-on-3, 4-on-4, 5-on-5, 6-on-6, 7-on-7, and so on, right? So when you're doing that, do you have 2 quarterbacks usually in that group? No, right? Usually there's only one guy that's a pretty good passer, and then the next guy's kind of hit or miss, right? And then those 2 guys are picking players, right? And you're usually going, man, I hope the guy that can pass picks me, because you always feel like you have the better chance of winning. And why is that? Because the one kid in your group that knows how to pass the ball, he can throw to anybody, and he can adjust. And everybody's different, size, speed, all those things. And so you've got to have more touch and more feel, right? That's not something that a lot of quarterbacks have. Only the really good ones and the elite ones have that feel for a game. Tua is that guy. Okay? I'm opposite of a lot of these other people that are hating on Tua and they, ended up looking pretty silly this week when they actually watched the kid like, wow, he's actually pretty damn good. You know, Tua's going to be one of the more crafty quarterbacks out there. He's going to be one of those guys that can operate in chaos, which to me is the ultimate test of a quarterback, that he is going to make people better. He is going to help them get more yards because he's going to lead them. He's going to place the ball in a position where you can continue the flow of your play. He's not going to, not stop and turn around and grab a ball and slow down, allow DBs to get to you. That's not what this kid is. So, yes, if it was a quarterback that wasn't a great passer, I would tell you, yeah, this is a problem. But this is a kid that's going to be a great passer. This is a kid that has a feel for the game. And so he's going to be able to adjust to whoever's out on the field quickly. That's why you hear Gesicki gushing over him now, because now the kid's been able to play football. He's in shape. His core of his body is healthy now. All of these things are enormous pluses for Tua. And that's why you're watching him now be more comfortable out there. The offense is designed for him. The players are more like what he needs. All of these things are going to help him out. Obviously, having Charlie Fry in his ear helps out too, because there's also a what's it called, a familiarity factor that comes between those 2 guys. So there's a comfort zone there. So yes, it would hurt some quarterbacks a lot, and it would only hurt some other quarterbacks just a little bit, and Tua is one of those guys. So I wouldn't worry. I've told you this before with Parker. Just get his ass to the regular season, bro. I don't need to see him in the preseason. And he's already played with Tua. And he's practiced with Tua in the offseason. So I'm not really worried that much, actually, about all of this. Now, what I am worried is, man, I want to get Will Fuller healthy, because Will Fuller and Jalen Waddle on the same field is an absolute terror. I want to get Preston healthy. I want to get Parker healthy. And you know why I want to get all those guys healthy? because I don't really want you to count on the backup guys. And, as much as I'm a big Jakeem fan, he hasn't excelled as a wide receiver yet. And he, comes up short at times there. And I think also because he's a small guy, I don't want you like you've done the last 2 years where you're overusing him, and I think that's a detriment to him. I'd rather him focus more on special teams and on offense, where he's more of a decoy than anything else. That you'll throw it to him occasionally just to keep them honest, but he's more of a decoy to scare the crap out of teams with all that speed on the field. You know what I mean? So, yes, it could hurt some players, but in Tua's case, I don't think it's that much of a setback having these guys out. I don't.